Hello everyone, welcome again to my video channel. I'm so sorry that I have been kinda lost, but now that I'm back, we can start again. If you don't know, my name is Prachi and I'm here because I want to help people to get close to God and give you tools like in any area of your life. So we're gonna get started. Today, I'm gonna be talking about a topic that a lot of people have been asking me personally to me about how you stay true to your belief when everything and everyone around you is different. So we're gonna get started. All of these questions start coming to me since I came here to the United States. As I stated before, I'm an international student. I don't have my parents here, I don't have anyone to look for me, and I literally can do whatever I really want to do. So what makes me don't do it? That is like the main question here. But also there are like movies as God is Not Dead, that guy, he was tased in what he believed. He needed to say God is dead and he didn't do it and almost cost him his career. That is so much love that we have for God. So I'm gonna give you like few points that help me to stay true to my belief with a few examples. So we're gonna go to the first point. The first point I would like to state right now is who you are. And why that question? All of us as a humans, we always needed or we have that necessity to belong to a place, to know who we are, that why we are here, what is our identity, what makes us special. And that happens to me a lot as I stay way before that for a really long time I let the voice of others define who I was. So I always compare myself. But when I realize who God says that I am, what the Bible says about who I am, is when I start like being more in the rock and don't let anything to move me. When I am like around campus and I see people with different beliefs, or when I see like people doing stuff that I wouldn't do, sometimes in my thoughts, like in my mind, I comes like why I don't do this, like this is so much fun, or like why like they don't get scolded for doing that and I work so freaking hard. And my first thought and that is like, you are different, you are the light, and when you have, they don't have it, so you need to be that reflection. So everything is like a change. So remember who you are, what God says that you are chosen, you're not forsaken, and remember that you are not alone in this. So remember, read the Bible a lot because that is the main point like here. Okay, second point I would like to state right now is love God. And why I love God? I know that all of us, we love God and we want like to make him happy, but in my case, like when I understood his love, how much I mean to him, everything inside of me started changing. An example I could give, like for example, I have my best friends and I will give my life for those that I love and I don't care. I will protect them. I'm not gonna let nothing to hurt them, and I will never let them cry because I love them so much. It's the same thing with God. When you love someone so much, you don't want to see him bad, and every time we do something that is outside of what we believe, he is sad because he is the one who like is making the path to us. We are like that light in him. So this is like the main thing for me. When I understood that what he says, like who I am, and that he literally sent his only son to die for me, I started like, I don't care what the world do, like I really want to live for him because he gave me life. I am here, I am someone because he chose me. So when you start walking in that, it's literally almost impossible that you are not in the rock. The third point I would like to talk right now is community. And why community is important and why the Bible said that it's important to be like together in harmony, like together. It's because like in my case, when I came here alone to the United States, I already had my church, but at the same time I was like 24/7 in the university and I was giving so much and I needed to feel that again. It's like when you have like a glass of water and you give, but you need to refill, and the community is that refill. And I understand that a lot of us, we want to be light, but remember that you are what you consume, and the people that are around you is who determine or influence who you are too. So the community is that family that's gonna make you close to God. I have the t-shirt of my community, Chi Alpha, and they are like my second family here. Like my best friends are inside of that. Every time I feel like I cannot anymore, that or I want to show a picture. I was like, hey, I don't need to post this, like I just sent to them. And it's like they are the reflection of God in my life. And have community help you to encourage you to read the Bible more, to get close to God, to look what is it true. And it's really important because sometimes we have like that fire inside of us, and that's not like slowing down, so they can like keep like giving that air to like you can keep giving that light in the world. So as a last point I would like to say here is like, remember who you are, what God says. Nobody can move that, nobody can take that from you, not even the worst situation in the world, because God loves you so much that he gave his son. That is John 3:16 if I don't mistake. And also like surround yourself with the right people, and not because they are perfect, it's because we know that we need a God that is perfect. That is like Christianity here. And don't forget that like when you are one with God, nobody can take that from you. So I hope you really liked today, and I hope to see you soon.